Mike Moore Media.
I'm talking to Kathleen Patterson, Mayodan Town Manager. The Mayodan Town Council met last night. Hey, Kathleen, how are you?
I'm good, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. Thought maybe we'd look at some of the things covered in the meeting last night. It was, I know you had a longer time there with closed session, but the meeting open to the public, relatively short, so to speak, but a lot was accomplished in that 30 minutes or so, wasn't it?
It was. They had a good agenda and a kind of light agenda for them, but some pretty good stuff to be talked about. I loved the grant. I think you saw about that with the fire department. Mm-hmm. Very excited that Chief Garner was able to get a $35,000 grant to help purchase equipment for the fire department. That was fantastic. And we did get a donation towards the Washington Mills redevelopment from Dan River Oil, which was always nice to get a donation.
Mm-hmm. So, sure.
Yeah, so it was a good meeting. And then, of course, November is National Native American Month, so we wanted to make sure we got that proclamation in there as well.
Yeah, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, let's kind of take a look at some of those. The grant for the fire department, that was NC Department of Insurance. Mm-hmm. So, $35,000. And what's that going to be used for, did you say?
It's mainly for equipment. So we are looking at new turnout gear, new breathing apparatus, and then other equipment that they've just needed to be replaced over the years. We want to make sure we can get that replaced. And I think that's one of the wonderful things with Dylan coming on as chief. He's just been very proactive and moving forward to make sure that we can get what they need.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. Well, you mentioned also that donation there from Dan River Oil. Bring us up to date. What's the latest? Anything happening much there at the Washington Mills site?
Well, Buckeye Elm finished up, I think in October they finished up getting the debris piles out of the way. They did it under budget, so we have quite a bit of money left over that the state gave us that we'll be able to utilize to work on that project as well. The EPA is coming in to assist us as well, hopefully with to finish up the assessments on the brownfield information, so figure out where those PCBs are, and so we know where we got to go and what we got to do. Mm-hmm. So it's moving along. We're pretty excited about it, and then hopefully we'll also be putting out an RFP here either in December or maybe January to actually stabilize the building. So get it repaired, get a new roof on it, and then get it prepped for kind of looking at what can we do there. Curb market, farmer's market, how can we re-envision this particular building that's there and bring it back to life at that site. So exciting times there at Washington Mills, and we were very, very appreciative of the donation.
Oh, yeah, certainly. That's good to see how that is coming along and what that will end up being at some point in time.
Yeah.
Speaking of older buildings, just a little mention there about the former Mayodan Public Library there on Main Street, rezoning and then an appraisal.
Yeah, so we've got that building up there. I know there's been lots of conversations over the years of what are we going to use it for, so the council directed me to go ahead and have it appraised to actually put a value on it, and so they can make a more informed decision. So that was what the appraisal was, and of course the appraisal came back at $365 for the building as a commercial building. So currently it's zoned residential, and so that was my request last night to go ahead and take that forward to the planning board to have it rezoned to C2 instead of residential. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the same rezoning as across the street at the post office and the laundromat.
Yep. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's a legal rezoning, as they like to say, so not spot rezoning. So, but it gives them a lot of potential, so they can kind of work through what do you want the library to become. So,
yeah.
I'm a huge fan of if we own it, how do we utilize it?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So to be continued on that, but the board did agree to any further discussion, kind of table any further discussion on that property, that building, for at least 4 months until you get into the budget process for next year, early next year.
Yeah, so I think that's part of their discussions is, is it worthwhile keeping where we're still maintaining it, and not utilizing it? Do we want to utilize it? What's the cost if we want to what's the extra cost if we want to, refurbish it and move town hall there, or refurbish it and have a police department up there? What does all of that cost? And in the budget, of course, that's when we're talking about those things, and what does that look like? Is it beneficial to continue to keep it? Is it beneficial to sell it? I think that's the thought process there around, you're in the budget time. If we don't want to raise taxes, is this something we can utilize?
Yeah. What's the best thing to do for that? Sure.
Yep. Highest and best use for it.
Yep. Good news last night from Mayodan Police Chief Charles Caruso.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me because I probably was distracted.
Well, he, thanks to the board passing that recent pay increase for employees, so he's filling 2 positions in the Mayodan Police Department, an experienced officer from Stokes County, and an upcoming graduate in the BLET program at RCC. So the chief seemed excited, adding 2 people to the staff.
He is very excited. He was very worried that given the limitations we had on pay, that he would have open positions, which is something that Mayodan has never experienced before. So this has made his day, or made his year probably for the rest of the year. And the 2 gentlemen that are looking at coming are going to be wonderful officers for us. So we're excited to have them, and excited that we could make it so that they are in a more comfortable position.
Sure.
We all know when we change jobs and look at pay, that's always a consideration.
Yeah. In fact, I think I'm going from memory here. I didn't put it in my notes, but I think the chief said that they really had options of going anywhere they wanted to go, of course, as anyone would, but and could be making more money at another department in the county, but decided to come to Mayodan. Wanted to be in Mayodan on that side of the county. So that's good.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. I think that was Tony, who's with the BLET program right now. He has had pretty much everyone in the county has been trying to get him.
Well, there's a shortage there, as we all know, of police departments, fire departments, EMS, and all of that. So it's always good when you have people able to hire someone and fill those positions.
It is indeed. I think, like a lot of other industries, the governments are having difficulties, finding people that want to come to work as a public servant. So I think that's across the board everywhere. But I know, we're all struggling to hire people and find the right people. So we are just very blessed. Are headed our way.
Challenging to say the least. So we wish those new members of Mayodan Police Department the best. Okay, I know you have some, those are the things I wanted to mention, but I know you've got some holiday events coming up, probably you wanted to tell us about too.
Well, of course. So our downtown stroll is going to be Friday, December the 2nd. You can see the banner across Main Street already, and our Public Works team has been hard at work getting up the Christmas decorations, so our downtown is coming alive with Christmas. We're excited. And so that will be happening from 5 until 8 that Friday night, so we hope everybody can come out and join us. They're going to have Christmas carols and tree lighting and all kinds of great vendors, everything. So we're hoping that we'll have a great turnout for that.
Yeah, always nice.
Yeah, it's a really good time, and I'm excited. It'll be my first one, so I will be really excited to be there. And then the Madison Mayodan parade, Christmas parade, is going to be the very next weekend on Saturday the 10th, and that's an exciting time as well. I love parades. So it'll be fun to see that. I might try to convince my council to walk in the parade. We'll see how if I can do that. So this might be their call out if they listen.
That's a pretty good walk.
It is a good walk, or maybe we can find some cars.
And it depends on the weather, whether you're walking fast or slow, probably.
Yes, exactly. And given that we're having a cold snap, I can understand, maybe find a vehicle. But yeah, that's a wonderful thing. And then I know there's some really, the Dewey's Bakery store is open at the rec center, so make sure if anybody's out there looking for some holiday treats, that's a great way to support the rec as well. So we hope turn out for that.
Yeah, and Lee mentioned last night that Madison Mayodan Rec gets 35% of sales from Dewey's Bakery holiday shop. Yeah, we love Dewey's. And he also mentioned they're having a chicken stew chicken stew fundraiser there at the Rec Center Saturday, December 10th. So that's the day of the parade and everything. So you can call the Recreation Center to pre-order. Very good.
Yeah, and I think he's also having their choir concert.
That's right.
Well.
Yeah, he did mention that. Yeah, I got to look back in my notes for that.
So there's lots of stuff to do that first couple weeks of December. If you want to get your Christmas holiday spirit on, then we can kick it off right.
Yeah, I'm glad you remind me. I'm looking back now because I had that written down in my notes about the choir concert. Yeah, and I forgot to mention it right here. Yeah, all kinds of holiday things.
Yes, indeed.
What's the best way to keep up with what's happening around Mayodan?
Well, so right now I will say that I'm in the midst of creating a new website. So our old one is broken, to say the least. Right. So I do try to keep that one updated with posts, and then have all the dates for all of our meetings and things are on the page for agendas and meetings under the council. And then I try to, post holidays or things like that on Facebook as well if we're going to be closed and things like that. Mm-hmm. I do have a newsletter that we just put out, our second round of that. So we do that every couple months, try to get all the information out there as well. And then, but hopefully the new website, I'm hoping to have it up and running by January.
Great.
So that'll be a great way for people to be able to pay bills, grab documents, check our agendas, do all of that kind of thing. But as always, anyone can always call in, and if they want information, we're happy to provide it. So definitely give us a phone call, drop us an email as well.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time. I know you're awfully busy, and I hope you and your family and town staff, everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. I can't believe it's next week.
No, too soon.
I know. And I know you love the holidays. You mentioned that last night. So all the best for Christmas. But we'll talk next month.
That sounds great, Mike. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kathleen. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
That's our monthly visit with Kathleen Patterson, Mayodan Town Manager. Our program is sponsored by these downtown Mayodan businesses. We have Dan River Insurance Services, have recently moved from Patterson to Mayodan, and then right across the street, Nadine Cobb Accounting and Tax. Just a little bit first about Dan River Insurance Services. The ladies there, Tara Shelton and Casey Brown, they're right beside Avalon Salon. What a great addition to downtown Mayodan now, and their new office is very nice. With anything you need, they can help you for all of your insurance needs for you, your family, your business. You can find out more on their Facebook page, and that's Dan River Insurance Services, Inc., and their website is danriverinsurance.com. So check those out. Request a quote right there online if you like from them. Glad to be of service to you. And that's something that they've been providing a great insurance services for a number of years. And then, as I said, right across the street, our friend, our accountant, personally and for Mike Moore Media, and that would be Nadine Cobb. We like Nadine so much. She's so knowledgeable and so helpful for us as individuals and businesses. She can take care of all of your accounting needs, a full-service firm. She's right up to the minute on any changes and things like that, too, that are coming down the line. So you can rest assured that you can trust her to help you maneuver all of those things. That's way beyond my capabilities. So that's why we have people like Nadine Cobb to take care of those important things for us. And you can go to her website. That is ncobbtax.com, ncobbtax.com. And she's on North 2nd Avenue there in downtown Mayodan. And we'll take a moment on behalf of our sponsors, Dan River Insurance Services and Nadine Cobb Accounting and Tax, to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Please support our local hometown merchants, and be sure to get out for all of the holiday events coming up.